Looking at my drip, looking at your drip. Whoa, mommy, look at.
Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to another day with us. Anyway, starting today's vlog in the afternoon, a bit later on in the afternoon. It is around 4 o'clock, so I don't even know why we didn't start vlogging early this morning because I was ready to go. What did we even do this morning? I think we just sat around and did nothing and was just being lazy. Anyway, I thought I'd check in. The girls are just playing. They've made like a little den and put some cushions in, so they're just playing nicely down here. Go and show the guys your den. Go and show the guys.
It's a portal den.
So they've used a cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them inside of it.
Okay.
Okay. So this is inside of it. So this is how it looks. The couch will be there, and then got some little pillows, and then we've got a partial quilt to make it really good.
Gonna sit on your pillow.
And I made a really good den, didn't I, Aurora? I don't know what's wrong with this camera. It's not really light. Well, it is, but it's too dark in here because I didn't get a really...
I know, you need to be in the light, that's why it's so dark.
Yeah.
So, anyway, they made a little den. They're just playing down here. Well, Aurora can't decide whether she's trying to... She's trying to rob the balls off the tree. I've caught you. You're on camera, lady. No. I know what you're looking for. What are you looking for? The chocolates. Hey. No.
Mama, she put these all
She's robbing the...
Now the Ray got that.
Keeps robbing the candy canes. Get that, Mama. Get it, Mama. All right, you can play with that one then, okay?
Can I play with one? Can I play with this one?
Just pretend. Don't be letting her open them.
Yeah,
You
these are for Christmas
You
Eve,
thief.
aren't they?
Yeah, they are. You have them with your hot chocolate, don't you?
Eve.
Yeah.
They're for Christmas Eve when it's Christmas when we open all the presents.
I'm tickling you.
They're for Christmas Eve when we open all our presents when we have a hot chocolate.
No, you don't open your presents on Christmas Eve. You open your presents on Christmas morning. Christmas Eve is the day before Christmas Day. Innit?
I really like this all for Mum. She eat it. It looks so good. Green.
So, we just had to take the stick off Aurora because she literally just bit right into it anyway. We've let me share the candy cane. So, excuse me. We were 6 weeks pregnant on Monday and we've got to do a little bit of an update.
I got a candy cane.
You have. So, I thought I'd fill you in. No! Oh,
No!
she's getting something else now. No. Oh, she's going to sulk now because she wants it. Oh, you can't rob all the candy canes off the tree. So, as I was saying, we were 6 weeks pregnant on Monday and we've got to do a little bit of an update. So, thought I'd fill you in now quickly. So, obviously, when I first got pregnant, I had some kind of pregnancy signs. I wouldn't say like major like cravings or anything like that. It was just sometimes I wanted stuff really bad. But for some reason, for the last couple of weeks, I have not really had any pregnancy symptoms at all. I've mentioned this to the midwife. Poor Vanellope. I mentioned this to the midwife and she has said that it is quite normal for some pregnancies to not have any symptoms. Sorry about that, I just had to ask Vanellope to be quiet because it's like every time I get the camera out she just purposely shouts over like she's trying to annoy me. But anyway, she's been quiet now. Have you seen my little flower? We went out in the back before. This is what we're saying. We should have been vlogging. But I just forgot to take the camera out. But anyway, we took Aurora out on the back. Well, we took them all out. We had a game of football. Aurora had a little run around. And Dave decided to put a nice little flower in my hair. Anyway, let's carry on where we were. So I'd mentioned to the midwife that I've not really had any pregnancy symptoms at all. Like, not the usual things that you would expect to expect to feel when you first get pregnant. So I've not really had like any morning sickness at all. I've not had any like major cravings where I really need something. Like when I got pregnant with Aurora at the beginning, I didn't even know I was pregnant, but I needed like curry sauce real bad, and that was really strong. This time I've not had anything. The only thing I've really wanted is cheese and onion crisp, and I just like cheese and onion crisp anyway, so I can't make my mind up whether that is a craving or whether that's just because I really fancy cheese and onion crisp. But I've not really had anything else, like no tender boobs, no pains under my arms, no I'm trying to think of other symptoms that you will probably get at the beginning of pregnancy. Tiredness, I've not had none of that. I always feel tired anyway, so I probably wouldn't even notice like being more tired because I'm already so tired. But nothing extreme like where I feel like really drained and tired and stuff like that. So like I said, I mentioned this to the midwife and she said not to worry too much because sometimes you'll be surprised that you won't have any symptoms and then all of a sudden they'll just kind of just start when you least expect it. So I go to the hospital on Monday. I was meant to have an appointment Wednesday, which was my first booking appointment, and obviously because we were self-isolating, we couldn't go to that, so she did it over the phone and she'd made an appointment for me to go on Monday to have like my bloods done and everything else. So we've got to be there for like 1:30 just to get some bloods and whatever else they need to fill in that they need to do there, like height, weight and everything else. So we'll be starting that on Monday, and she said just mention it to the midwife there. So she also did say do another pregnancy test just to make sure it is definitely coming back positive, which it is because you've all seen. So we did another one, and obviously the first one was saying 2 to 3 weeks, and the other one that, well, we did the pregnancy test the wrong way around. The pack that Dave got was the second one that I've just taken a couple of days ago is the one that just determines the early pregnancy. The one that we did on the day that we found out we was pregnant was the one we should have done afterwards, because that determines how many weeks you are. So that will go higher from like up to I think like 12 weeks or something like that. So that was a bit of a shame because obviously there's still pregnancy hormone there anyway, because the first pregnancy test was saying 2 to 3 weeks, and when we did this one the other day it said 3+, and that only goes up to 3+ the other test. So we should have done them the other way around, but that's a good sign anyway that it's still saying pregnant, and obviously there's still pregnancy hormone there. So we're just gonna have to wait now. We are trying to get an early scan if we can, just to make sure that everything is okay, and you know baby's growing all right and it's got a heartbeat and everything. And then we've got a scan, we've just had our new scan, first scan, like dating scan, come through for the 16th of December. So I'm just like, I've been worrying about it for the last like couple of weeks. Just the only really major thing that I have had is really bad backache. Now I don't know whether that's just because I've had epidurals in the past and my back's just always hurt anyway, and that could just be normal, but it has been like even worse since I got pregnant. Even before I knew I was pregnant, it did start getting worse and I wondered why. So we'll keep you up to date with that, and if we can find a clinic to do an early scan, because I'm not sure how booked up they are and stuff like that. I should imagine loads of people are doing it because partners can't go into the hospital with most of them, which is really strange because the hospital that I'm under, your partner can actually go into all of your appointments. Just seems really bizarre. So David's allowed to come with me to all of them and the scans, so that's a bonus I suppose. But yeah, anyway, just thought I'd fill you in with that and let you know how I'm feeling at the minute. There isn't, like I said, there isn't any signs of being pregnant, so there's not really anything to update at 6 weeks. And
did you start craving this early on Aurora?
I can't even remember how far I was with Aurora when I first found out I was pregnant. I think when we did the test on, I think we did the live, I think it said 3 to 4, one or the other. Might have said 3 to 4, but Yeah, so it's just one of them. It's a matter of waiting in it and just seeing whether we can get an early scan just to make sure baby's okay. Fingers crossed everything is alright. And I'm just, I don't know, I'm just getting away with it this time. Which worries me, because if I'm getting away with it all this time, it's going to be bad at the end, innit? That's usually the way it is. I remember carrying Chloe a little bit like this. She well, not as like dramatic like this, but I didn't get as many symptoms of her. But then when I got to like 18 weeks, seriously, I just was throwing up for about 6 weeks, and then it was just so bad. I remember going for me 20-week scan with her, and I literally was just throwing up all the way there, and we just couldn't work out why so late in pregnancy I was doing it. But they just said your morning sickness has obviously just come late, so hopefully that doesn't happen this time, and we just managed to sort it out and find out that baby is okay. So fingers crossed. Anyway, not too sure what we're going to be doing today. We did say yesterday we was going to put the rest of the decorations up, but I was painting door frames, as you know, managing to get all them done. I just need to do the kitchen door, and then that's all done. And then I'm going to do all the skirting boards outside the hallway. All in here is painted now, done all behind the units. I'd already done like the back door and the rest of the woodwork, so that's fine. I'm probably gonna go over the radiator again, just because obviously you can see it, but I'm gonna get a radiator cover there just to make it look a little bit nicer, and we can maybe put some Christmas stuff on the back of it as well if we get it just before Christmas. But apart from that, I've just been doing washing, cleaning, did all my ironing yesterday, managed to get all of it done, although there's another pile there now, so I'll probably nip down in a minute and finish that actually, because there's only about 5 things to try and keep on top of it, then I'm not going to start getting stressed out about it. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Not really much going on, we're in lockdown, so not really much we can do. But we'll probably try and pick something up for the kids to do later on, Christmasy. Oh yeah, they have like ornaments that they can paint. They're like them glass window ones out there. So they'll probably do that. Aurora's going in the Christmas boxes trying to rob everything. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you, and we'll see you shortly.
Alright guys, I'm back over here at the studio now. Had a bit of a disaster today. I had 2 printers that massively failed on there. I had the Cyberman helmet that was printing. Check this out, it's failed halfway. Basically, I've had the same thing happen on 2 machines. It can't be helped. Anybody that knows anything about 3D printing knows that if your extruder end comes off, or the Bowden tube, this starts to happen. It can't pull anything around, so you have to kind of just take it. You have to take it on the chin and carry on. So I've just fixed it. I've had to replace everything on it. As you can see from the mess there, that printer is now back up and running. The Copymaster, what had happened was, I have like a little notch here that holds this filament in place. The filament had come off and it had worked its way to the back of the spool of filament, which is never good. So it's not been very productive over here today, although the other printers are still working fine. The Mandalorian helmet's back up printing. This is back up printing. That's printing. This has done a successful print down here, so all isn't lost. So I've got another printer out there that I'm going to fix, and then I'm going to call it a day. And then I'm just going to do a massive clean up in here before I go. So yeah, not a massively long vlog today, but obviously we're preparing for a scan on Sunday, so we're getting everything ready for that. Hopefully we'll be able to vlog while we're in there. That'll be pretty cool. I know we're allowed up to 4 people in there with us, so I think it's going to be me, Sarah and the boys, so that's going to be good. And yeah, that's basically it for the minute. We're still doing the decorating. I've done all the stairs. You want to see the stairs? Red, green, silver, going all the way up the stairs, all the way around the banister. It looks amazing. We do that every year. So this year we've gone with the green, the gold and the silver theme, which looks really, really good. I'm looking forward to having a 2-month Christmas instead of just the one. We've done the Christmases from October right the way through, well, with the Halloween tree, and we've done the Let's Do Everything on December the 1st. So why not switch things up? That's what makes life better, the variety in life. They're the best things. You know, don't do the same thing all the time. Switch it up a little. You'll appreciate things more, honestly. So do not forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you click the notification bell if there's nothing. Make sure you leave us a comment if you can, and we will see you guys tomorrow. excuse me, because we do this every single day.